really do not know what to do.
Cost of the gas and electric has doubled.
Can't afford anything at the moment for myself and my child.
We thought we knew the contours of the cost of living crisis before we began this investigation. But what we have uncovered is harrowing. That is why we, the Evening Standard and our sister title, The Independent, have partnered with Comic Relief and the Childhood Trust to launch On the Breadline, a Christmas appeal to support people affected by the cost of living crisis. Jennifer Jones is a mother of 7 children. In 2016, she was struck down by a rare autoimmune disease and became disabled.
So I can't walk. I haven't walked since 2016, but I do have strength now and feeling in my legs. So I'm on a wheelchair in the house. I use a wheelchair. I use a scooter outdoors because it's easier to get about.
Earlier this year, Jenny was hit with a £1,600 energy bill when her direct debit payments did not cover price increases. She started to cut back on energy usage to make savings, but with what consequences?
I live in a house where I've got a lift that the wheelchair goes in, take me to up and down, and I thought, well, if I have meters and the electric runs out, I'm going to be stuck in the lift. I've got medication that needs to be kept in the fridge. You know, how am I going to live if things get cut off? So it's a bit of a struggle, to be honest. I've had to really cut back on things, like charging my scooter, which used to be charged overnight. Now I'm sort of charging it for half the time, and I broke down in the high street and I've had to call up my son or daughter to come and assist me to get home. So literally pull me back on the scooter when the batteries run out. So that was embarrassing. I want to try and make sure that doesn't happen again. The only way I can really guarantee the scooter's not going to run out is if I charge it overnight, which then in turn really uses a lot of electric. So you can't really win.
Similarly to Jenny, Alice, a single mother of 2, found herself £2,000 in debt for her energy bills. She has cut back on everything.
Yeah, I have my daughter, she's 7, and my son, he's 6 months now. Yeah, we live in a 1-bedroom house. I mean, I try my best to give my children, you know, at least what they need. Sometimes food also becomes very difficult. Yeah, there have been days where I don't have money for even a bread and butter. I'm just getting piled up with bills, utility bills, and you know, now it's like getting onto me so much. I don't even open my post because I know what's going to be in there.
Alice attends Little Village, a brilliantly innovative charity that has set up a network of baby banks across London.
Welcome to Little Village in Brent. This is our beautiful hub space where we pack for families and also we welcome families in to choose items from our shop. We've got 5 different hubs across the capital. We take in donations from the public who pass on their pre-loved baby clothing and baby kit, and then we sort it and pass it on to families who are referred to us. So people are struggling with the cost of living crisis in lots of different ways. I mean, ultimately, it's just the money they've got doesn't go far enough. And the consequences of that are they're having to make really difficult choices about whether they eat, whether they heat their homes, whether they can feed their children. We've heard about families watering down formula, rationing nappies.
So I got clothes, I got diapers, I got formula milk, I got toys, all the clothes that I got for my child. It really helped, saved me a lot of money. I don't know what I would have done.
We met many mothers who have been skipping meals to make sure their children never have to. But for some, like Candace, who is diabetic, there is a health risk, and skipping meals can mean you end up in A&E.
I didn't have lunch, that's why I felt really fainted and wasn't myself. So when I left here that Friday, I did sort of faint quite a bit. I had a really bad headache. So I had to go to A&E on the way 100. This is what's going on. So while you speak health, we'll make sure we have to eat. Right now, I can't afford anything at the moment for myself and my child. Going out every day, it's just like, what happens if I don't eat anything?
At Guiding Hands, a community charity based in Croydon, mothers like Candace get fresh, nutritious food, do exercise, get advice, and are part of a network of mothers who draw comfort from each other.
We're now seeing a lot more mums approaching us because of the energy crisis, and there isn't that extra, there isn't that spare, so they are fully reliant on the food that they collect from us. We were forced to increase the numbers that we provide for, again by opening the other branch in Battersea, because we had Lambeth people that were approaching us.
Guiding Hands initiatives like Foodie Friday are making the difference for mothers like Candace, being able to feed their family or not.
Foodie Friday was all about creating a social food bank for mums to feel able that they can come without the stigma of attending a food bank. It's somewhere where they can come that's free and that they can hang out for a couple of hours, learn a new skill, meet new friends, and just be here in a community group within their own community.
My son needs a new pair of shoes. He has a hole in it. I don't have to buy certain ingredients. I can put that money to other things that my son does need.
What we are facing is nothing less than a national emergency. Ordinary people are having to make agonizing choices reminiscent of Dickensian times. With food prices and energy bills rising at the highest rate in over 40 years, people everywhere are tightening their belts. But for those on the breadline, there is no more slack. Comic Relief have kicked off our initiative with a £1 million pledge that will be given out in grants to community groups helping the most disadvantaged people in London and across the UK. And the Childhood Trust has pledged $500,000 to supporting children in poverty across the capital. We are appealing to corporates, foundations, philanthropists, and you, the viewer, to give what you can and donate generously so that we can double this sum and bring some cheer this winter to those who face the greatest hardship. Let's pay it forward.